What's up, everyone? Nearmit Nando here, and man, do I have a good one for you guys today. So I just got a submission back from CGC. These are books that I showed you previously in the video I did maybe like a month or two ago, where I showed you 14 books that I was sending out to get pressed. So I submitted all the vintage tier books. There were 7 books in that submission. They came back really quickly. I think from the day that I sent them out to the day that I got them back, it was around 3 weeks, which is really good. It's an excellent turnaround time for vintage tier books that are pre-1975. Compared to the way it used to be, that's really fast, and it's awesome to see books getting graded that quickly these days. So, not gonna lie, I did check the grades for these already. There are some bigger books in here. There's some really good ones that I was a little too excited about and couldn't really wait until I actually got the books back to find out the grades. So I did cheat there, but the box, this lovely box here, this gorgeous brown box, is still intact, unopened. So I'm going to open it here with you guys today. We're going to check out these books and see how they look. I've not seen them in person yet. And I think I might have estimated some of the grades in that video where I showed you all these books before I sent them out to get pressed. So we're going to see how I did with those estimations. And yeah, cannot wait to check these out. There are some bangers in here, so get ready. All right, so first things first, we are going to open this baby up. Let's see what we have here. All right, man, I'm getting excited here. Take this baby out. Voila. Almost ready to go here. Oddly enough, I did notice that the books aren't in the same order that I submitted them. So they're kind of like jumbled up in this box. But generally, the way I pack them is I put the best books in the middle, right? So this is a 7-book submission. That's kind of the sweet spot for me. Usually I submit like 6 to 8 books at a time together. It's mostly like a pricing thing and a timing thing for me, but they did get shuffled up a bit. So in any case, first book up. We have a Fantastic Four 54 in an 8.5 white pages. Look at this Silver Age beauty right here. Super high grade for a Silver Age Fantastic Four book. This is an 8.5 with white pages. This is a gem right here. I love this cover. This isn't like a crazy key or anything, but this is a classic Silver Age Fantastic Four cover. A white cover nonetheless, which can be pretty tough to get in high grade, considering usually you see a lot of tanning and it's easy for them to, to get dirty and stained. But man, what a beauty this is. 8.5, this is extra high grade right here. Super nice. I don't think I estimated a grade on this one when I showed you guys the book initially, but I probably would have guessed maybe like 7.580. So really happy with this one. Awesome first book in the submission right here. All right, next up, we have a Thor 169 in a 7.5 white pages. Also a really great high grade book. Personally, I love this Galactus cover right here. I mentioned in that last video that I think this is really underrated, and I definitely stand by that. 7.5 is a really great grade for this book, so it's a very fine minus. Looking nice and clean. Let's see what I estimated for this one as far as the grade. Let's go back to the tape here. Yeah, high hopes for this one. I would hope this can come back a 7.580, something like that. All right, so I said 7.580. 7.5 it is. I guess I was hoping for an 8.0 if I got lucky, but 7.5 I'm more than happy with. This is an awesome book, and I showed you in one of my previous videos that I'd recently picked up a Thor 168. So with this one and that one, I have the two-part Galactus origin story, but this is, to me, the better cover out of the two, and this one's slightly higher grade. The other one I have in a 7.0, so really nice addition right here. All right, next up, we have another Fantastic Four book. This is a Fantastic Four 39 in an 8.5. Look at this. Look at this classic Doom cover. This is an early Fantastic Four book. This is 39 in an 8.5 off-white to white pages. This is really high grade for a book like this. And not to mention, what an awesome cover this is. I mean, I've become a big fan of these Doctor Doom covers, but this is a really great one. In my search for this book, like usually when I have a book on my list, I'll take a little bit of time to search online, see what kind of copies are out there for what kind of prices. This book is not that easy to come by in high grade. So to get this at a decent price, I paid like 80, 90 bucks for this book raw. To have this come back in 8.5, I mean, I'm not sure what this would value at in this grade. But I would imagine it's up there in value. And I mean, not to mention just a really awesome book overall. Daredevil crossover, Doom cover, beautiful high-grade copy of a classic Silver Age Fantastic Four book. This is money right here. I don't think I estimated a grade on this one because honestly, I wasn't sure how it would come back. There were a lot of pressable defects, so this book cleaned up really nicely after a press. And once I saw it pressed, I was confident that it would come back somewhere in the neighborhood of like a very fine, but an 8.5 definitely exceeded my expectations. Awesome book right here. Now we're getting into the middle of the batch here. That last one was definitely, one of the bigger ones in this batch. This one is as well. Bigger, I guess we could consider to be subjective, but in my mind, I kind of put it in that category when I've submitted these books. We have a Marvel Premiere 1 in a 7.5. Very nice book. This one is interesting because this book ended up having double staples. Like when I first got it, I checked the centerfold. I found there were two sets of staples, and I didn't know what to think of it. I wasn't sure if the book would be restored. I wasn't sure if it was a manufacturing defect, and I did a little research. It turned out that apparently it was a manufacturing defect, and it didn't affect the grade. Clearly not restored. Really awesome black cover. I mean, this is a classic as well, but not a major key. Really awesome early Bronze Age book that I'd been looking for a while. 7.5 is a nice grade. Curious to see what I estimated this at, so let's go back to the tape real quick. This is a really awesome copy. I'm hoping for a VF on this one. I would say if I could pull an 8.0 on this book, I'd be really happy. But I would think conservatively this is 7.5 or better. Okay, so conservatively 7.5 is what I said, and conservatively 7.5 is what we have here. This one maybe could have graded slightly higher, but honestly, I think this is pretty accurate, and I'm more than happy with this grade. 7.5 is, a nice number on a nice black cover like this. And, I kind of like these Adam Warlock books, so this one is a nice addition right here. Okay, so now we have a real gem. One that I spent a little bit more on. One that I've been looking for a while, and this is instantly going to become one of the better books in my collection. So we have none other than an Amazing Spider-Man 40 in a 7.0 white pages, baby. Beautiful, classic, iconic book right here. I mean, if you're a fan of Amazing Spider-Man, obviously you know this one. This is a very sought-after book, an iconic, classic John Romita cover here. I personally love this one. This is one of my favorite ASM covers. I paid like 200 bucks for this book when I bought it, which is definitely on the higher end for what I generally tend to spend. One of the more expensive books that I've bought over the last couple years. But man, this is a great copy. You know, it's got a little bit of tanning, but aside from that, it's pretty clean. And just an awesome, awesome classic piece of history right here. The white pages surprised me. I mean, I thought with a little bit of tanning, this would probably be like, you know, off-white pages, something like that. But hey, I'll take it. And let's check out my estimation on this one. I'm pretty sure I did make an estimation. So let's see what I said. Man, this is such an awesome book here. I would guess this will come back somewhere in the neighborhood of a fine plus or like a fine, very fine. So let's say like 6.5, 7.0. If I could land a 7.0 with this book, I'd be extremely happy. Okay, so did I say I was going to be extremely happy if I got a 7.0? Look at this smile on my face, baby. Yeah, I'm super happy with this grade. I mean, I thought there was a chance I would end up with a, you know, a 6.5, even a 6.0. I was really hoping for a 7.0, and here we are. Yeah, I mean, these early ASM books, the really sought after ones can generally be hard to find and higher grade at a good price, right? I think any of those books, any of the, you know, the more classic ones, the bigger keys, if you have a 5.0, that's great, right? A 6.0, that's excellent. And once you're getting into 7.0 for some of these earlier Silver Age ASM keys, that's pretty amazing, I would say. So to me, you know, this one is going to be, let's consider it a top shelf book in my collection. Really love this one right here, ASM 40. Happy to have this in my collection. All right, I don't know if you guys are ready for this next one right here. Honestly, I wasn't ready for it, and I don't think you guys are either. Next up, we have a Fantastic Four 51 in a 9.0 white pages. This is a banger right here in this grade. I mean, classic cover. You know, this is an absolute Jack Kirby classic right here. I would say one of the more iconic Silver Age Fantastic Four covers. But to have it in a 9.0 is crazy. I mean, you know, I was hoping for a pretty high grade with this one. I wasn't too sure what to expect. I knew it was a nice copy, but this, a 9.0, well exceeds my expectations. And in this grade, I mean, does it put this book into four figures in value? Honestly, I think it might. I'm not really sure. You know, considering where values are right now, it's kind of tough to gauge. I would have to take a really close look. And I think when I looked a couple days ago, I didn't see any comps or any recent sales in a 9.0, but I don't think you find this in this high grade that often. And I mean, you know, to have Silver Age Fantastic Four books like this in that high grade, to me, this is special right here. This is a piece of history. This is a really well-preserved treasure that's almost 60 years old. And, you know, this is why I do this, man, to find this kind of stuff in this condition, you know, to find it at a show and pay like, what did I pay, 60, 70 bucks for this book? To have it come back a 9.0, I mean, this is a big win right here. And yeah, I think I did estimate a grade for this one. So let's go back to the tape and see what I said there. For a book this age, this is a really great copy. I'm praying for like a 7.5, 8.0. Hopefully it's not wishful thinking. Did I say I was praying for an 8.0? Well, my prayers have been answered because shit, a 9.0 in this book to me is crazy. I mean, I think conservatively I was saying 7.5, 8.0. So yeah, we did a little bit better there. Man, what an awesome book right here. Also, one of my previous videos I showed you guys, I had another copy of this in a 6.0. And I traded it for that Thor 168. Some of you guys commented that you probably would have hung on to it if you were me. Well, this is why I traded it, because I had this copy in much higher grade. And yeah, this one is special right here. Awesome, awesome book. All right, guys, last book in this batch. Let's see what we have here. All right, so we have a Tales to Astonish 108.0 white pages. Very, very nice. This is around what I was expecting this one to grade, I think. Also a white cover, which again can easily get smudged and dirty and tan. So this one needed a press. It came back really nice after a press. And yeah, this book looks great. I do really like these Tales to Astonish books. This 100 is a milestone issue, and not a classic cover, but just a really good one that I was after for a little bit. And yeah, I think I did estimate the grade on this one too. So let's see what I originally said. I am hoping for, I would say this is at least a very fine. I mean, this book can come back even higher than that after it gets pressed. Okay, so VF or better, right? VF it is. Not quite better, but accurate assessment on my end, and a grade that I'm more than happy with. So another awesome book to add to the Silver Age collection. One more for the Tales to Astonish run that I've been kind of putting together. And also when I put together these runs, I'm not like looking to complete every number. It's more just like there's a series that I'm interested in. I find the issues that I like and that that I have on my list, and one by one I try to collect them. So great book. Another great Silver Age edition right here. And that's it. 7 books, all awesome grades. Really happy with all these. So in closing, I will say that I'm really happy with the results that I've been seeing from my vintage tier submissions lately. I would say that the grading is consistent. It's more or less accurate with what I would expect. It is more on the lenient side, but I think that's appropriate considering the age of these books. And you have to consider that we're talking 50, 60-year-old books here. The printing process was much different back then. Everything these books have been through over the course of 5-6 decades. Like, you have to take all that into account. And I think the leniency is warranted. I am definitely not mad about it, and I'm more than happy to get higher grades. So aside from that, the turnaround times have been excellent. And yeah, there's definitely a bit of a difference with what you generally see from a vintage tier submission and a modern tier submission. So I do have a modern tier submission at CGC right now. I'll do another video once I get it back. I'm going to do my best to not check the grades on those after they get posted in the online portal. But let's see if I can hold out. I know that modern tier comes back a little bit quicker. Considering this was quick, it only took 3 weeks. I'm going to really try hard not to check that CGC portal and, unveil those grades when I actually receive the box. But in any case, these books are all really awesome. Really happy with the grades. Really happy to have these books in my collection, considering what they are, their significance, the artwork, and just, the fact that they're a piece of history. All of them have their own story and their own significance. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. To me, it's always exciting to submit books and see what kind of grades I get back. So if you liked what you saw today, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate all you guys and your continued support. I'm going to keep this content coming. I have more and more stuff that I want to show you guys in the coming weeks. So stay tuned. All you new followers, welcome. Really happy to have you guys. And comment, let me know what you thought of this. If there's other stuff that you want to see, things that I might have in my collection that I can show you, let me know. So thank you guys again, and I will see you next time.